The required local effort is a component, which I mentioned somewhere in here in our conversation. It's a component of the Florida Education Finance Program. This state is not a locally run school system, in case you didn't know. It is a state system of schools, mandated by the Constitution, and it is a legislative responsibility to fund and operate the schools of the state. Your school board members and superintendent are local constitutional officers, and they have certain duties to carry out the laws and constitutional duties as prescribed, but the big picture, think about it in the airplane. The person in the left seat is the state legislature, really. Okay? One component of that is the notion is it's a partnership financially between state revenues and local revenues. Most of the state revenues, not all, but most of it comes from general revenues, sales tax, corporate income tax, liquor tax, things like that. Most of the local monies come from a component called the required local effort, which is a mandatory component of your tax bill, taxed against the school taxable value in the school district. If that money yields, if that responsibility for funding that portion of the state budget and the county's portion of that big picture, if the money mandated requires a lower millage rate to generate that much money, then the millage rate would come down and they would advertise it as a millage decrease. If the mandated amount of money required a higher millage rate, they'd have to advertise the millage rate increase. In neither case does the school district have a choice, except not participating in the Florida Education Finance Program, and you receive about 70% of your money from state monies and 30% more or less from local money. So unless you know how to run this place on 30% of the budget, you're going to participate. That's how it works.